Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, mercy and blessings of Allah be upon all of you. A'udhu billahi as-sami'il alim minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I seek the refuge of Allah from Satan the rejected, from his incitement, from his blowing and his spittle. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala al-mab'uthi rahmatan lil alameen. Nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. وَمَنْ دَعَى بِدَعْوَتِهِ وَاسْتَنَّ بِسُنَّتِهِ إِلَى يَوْمِ الدِّينِ. All thanks and praises belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of the heavens and the earth. Complete blessings and salutations upon our beloved Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his entire household, his companions, and those who follow in their footsteps till the end of time. Welcome to another segment of this series. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-Dhariyat, Quran chapter 51 verse 55, وَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَى تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. He's telling his beloved Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to remind, because reminding profits the believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-Qasas, Quran chapter 28 verse 68, وَرَبُّكَ يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ وَيَخْتَارُ. And your Lord, meaning Allah, creates what He wills and chooses. So in the same vein, Allah chose the descendants of Ismail, that's children of Ismail from Kinana. He chose Quraysh from Kinana. He chose Banu Hashim from Quraysh, and then he chose Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Banu Hashim to become Khatim al-Nabiyina wa Imam al-Mursalina, to become the seal of the prophets. Likewise, he chose Friday to be the best day of the week, and he chose day of Arafah to be the best day of the year. Likewise, he chose the last 10 nights of Ramadan to be the best 10 nights, and then out of them he chose the Laylatul Qadr to be the best night of the year. Just like we have about 6,236 verses in the Quran, and he preferred Ayatul Kursi over the others. Just like we have about 114 chapters or surahs in the Quran, and he chose Suratul Fatiha to be the best among those surahs. Likewise, we have 12 months in the year, and he chose Rajab to be one of the 4 sacred months, like we can see in the verse in Surah At-Tawbah, Quran chapter 9 verse 36. إِنَّ عِدَّةَ الشُّهُورِ عِندَ اللَّهِ 12 شَهْرًا فِي كِتَابِ اللَّهِ يَوْمَ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ مِنْهَا أَرْبَعَةٌ هُرُمٌ ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. This up to the end of the verse 36. Meaning, verily, the number of months in the sight of Allah are 12. That is Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awal, Rabiul Akhir, Jumada Awal, Jumada Akhir. So the correct way to say is not Jumada Awal, Jumada Thani, Rabiul Awal, Rabiul Thani. No. Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awal, then Rabiul Akhir. Because if you say Thani, that means you have the thought. But the correct way to say is Jumada Awal, Jumada Akhir. Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awal, Rabiul Akhir. Jumada Awal, Jumada Akhir. Rajab, which is the month we are in now, Sha'ban, Ramadan, Shawwal, Zulqidah or Zulqada, and Dhul-Hijjah, and then Zulhajj. So these are the 12 months in the sight of Allah, not January, February, up to December. Because when you check up, actually these are some of the names of some idols or what have you. So Allah tells us that there are 12 months in the sight since He created the heavens and the earth, out of which 4 are sacred. That is the right religion. So we should not wrong ourselves therein, meaning we should not commit sin. So how do we know these 4 sacred months as mentioned in Surah At-Tawbah, Quran chapter 9 verse 36? We go to the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ as narrated by Abu Bakr, not Abu Bakr, but Abu Bakr radiallahu anh, whose real name is Nufay' bin Harith. This hadith was collected by Imam Bukhari in hadith Sahih Bukhari, hadith number 1741, also collected by Imam Muslim, also in Sahih Muslim, hadith number 1679. So Abu Bakr narrated from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, verily, out of the 12 months, 4 of them are sacred, namely Zulqidah or Zulqada, then we have Zulhijjah or Zulhajj, then Muharram. These three are consecutive, and then we have Rajab Mudhar, which is between Jumada Akhir and Sha'ban. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala goes further in the ayah and tells us that is the right religion, so we should not wrong ourselves therein, meaning we should not commit sin. So the Mufassir of the Quran say that if you perform a good deed, good act, it is going to be multiplied. Likewise, if you commit sin, the sin will be multiplied. It will be in manifolds. So the sin is graver if you commit it in one of these sacred months. So we should try as much as possible to do lots of good deeds, dhikr, reading lots of Quran, kindness, being dutiful to the parents, to your spouses, and performing lots of charities, qiyamul layl, any good deed you know you can, you should do them. Salatul duha, you should do them a lot, praying 5 times in the masjid for the men, which is compulsory according to the most authentic narration. Any good deed you know you can, fasting, any good deed you know you can, we should do them as much as we can in this month and all other sacred months. And we should also refrain from sin in these 4 sacred months. The Mufassir said that it doesn't mean that in other months too you have been given license to commit sin. It means that if you commit sin in these Rajab and the other sacred months, and also Ramadan inclusive, the sin will be multiplied. So may Allah give us, make it easy for us to do lots of good deeds, and may He make it easy for us, also help us, guide us to stay away from sins. Then there are a lot of numerous ahadith which are attributed to the month of Rajab. So the scholars say that there is no specific authentic hadith which states a specific act that you perform in the month of Rajab. Example, there are some reports attributed to the Prophet ﷺ which are very false, that the Isra or Mi'raj, that is the night journey and the ascension up to the Samawat, happened on the 27th of Rajab. So on that night one should wake up and do tahajjud, you will get so reward and what have you. These are all not authentic. Also there's a certain dua which is been attributed to the Prophet ﷺ, that it was narrated from the Prophet that we should make this dua. Anyone that makes this dua, and also the first person to inform his fellow brother or sister about the coming of Rajab, the hellfire will be haram from him, that he is not going to be cast into the hellfire. All these are fabricated narrations. Also, there's also this dua that has been attributed to the Prophet ﷺ. It's also false, that Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Sha'ban wa balighna Ramadan, that oh Allah bless us in Rajab and Sha'ban and then allow us to witness Ramadan. It's a good dua if you do it in the form of dua, by not linking it to the Prophet saying that it is a hadith. There's no problem, because it has been established from the Sahaba that once after Ramadan, the 6 months, they pray to Allah to accept whatever they have done in Ramadan, and the coming 6 months they pray to Allah to allow them reach Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to reach Ramadan. So don't attribute it and say that it is a hadith, but in the bab of dua, you can make such dua to even bless you, not only in Rajab and Shaban, to bless us in all months, and then may Allah allow us to see Ramadan. With this, I think we are going to pause here till next time. Remain blessed. Wa sallallahu wa baraka nabina Muhammad subhanahu wa bihamdi subhanaka wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.